Does spoken English feel too fast for you, as if native speakers say fewer sounds or even fewer words than what's on paper? I know exactly how you feel. And today we're going to practice with some common sounds that are said much, much faster than their spelling would have you believe. Would have, could have, should have. Being able to pronounce these reductions and, most importantly, to understand them is crucial, because native speakers use them all the time. So let's go. Welcome to my channel. Io sono Miriam Romeo, e se capisci l'inglese ma non riesci a parlarlo come vorresti, then I would love to be your English coach. If you're interested in reducing your Italian accent easily and quickly, then go click on the link in the description box below to get a free mini pronunciation lesson. Today we're practicing with the fast forms, the reduced forms of would have, could have, and should have. First of all, let's just get this out of the way. All these modal verbs have a silent L. So they're pronounced would, just like the word would, W-O-O-D. And I talked about all the sounds of would in the video that will link up here. Then we have could, that's pronounced just like cook, but with a D at the end instead of a K sound. Could. And should. Again, just like shook, but instead of a K at the end, we have a D. Should. Would, could, should. No L sound. Now let's move on to would have, could have, and should have. In spoken English, these past conditionals are almost always contracted. So for instance, instead of I would have done that, you contract it and you have I would have done that. But it's actually even more likely that in real life, you're going to hear an even faster and even reduced sound. So would have can become woulda, woulda, which is basically would with a schwa sound at the end. I would have done that. I would have done that. So let's compare the three options, the three versions. I would have done that. I would have done that. I would have done that. So in this case, the third option is probably the one that you would hear the most in real life. But if the next verb starts, let's say, with a vowel, I would have added a bit more salt. I would have added a bit more salt. In this case, you pronounce the V because it gives you a smoother transition. And of course, all this applies to could have and should have as well. Let's practice with two sentences where these get reduced to coulda and shoulda. And try and repeat after me. Ready? You could have told me I had spinach in my teeth. You could have told me. You could have told me I had spinach in my teeth. We should have known something was wrong. We should have known. We should have known. We should have known something was wrong. Okay, finally, I want to say something about English verb tenses and contractions because there's a big misconception around English verb tenses versus Italian verb tenses. Many Italians say that English is easier because it has very few verb tenses, where in Italian we have so many. Now, I want you to know that not only does English have almost as many verb tenses as Italian, but also in English they use all of them, where in Italian we don't. And this difference boils down to the phonetic nature of these two languages. Italian is syllable timed, so it's long. So we make our life easier by using a simpler form. In spoken Italian, instead of saying avrei dovuto immaginarlo, we might say dovevo immaginarlo, even though it's technically wrong. In English, they simplify by contracting, by reducing the sound. So instead of saying I should have known, they say I should have known. But they're still using a past conditional, although they might misspell it. But there's no other option to express the same thing. So that's the truth about English verb tenses versus Italian verb tenses. And that was it for today. Write in the comments below your thoughts and your questions. And let me know what you want me to cover next. I'd love to hear your suggestions. And now go check out the link in the description box below to get your free mini pronunciation lesson. And if you want to work with me, you can contact me at this email address right here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.